So in the previous we have completed the problems on the eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So with that we completed our modulo 1, that is a linear algebra. So that completes our first modulo. Now I am moving to our next modulo 3, that is differential equations of the higher order. We see where in that we see the linear differential equations of second and higher order with the constant coefficient. So now I am moving to our next modulo, that is modulo 3. So we have the topic, that is linear differential equation of second and higher order with a constant coefficients. First I am taking what is the linear differential equation. So we already know the differential equation. Differential equation means if the differential operators are present in the equation, then it is called a differential equation. Now I am taking what is the linear differential equation. So when we say that the differential equation is linear, so a differential equation is said to be, D is nothing but differential equation. A differential equation is said to be a linear. If the dependent variable and its derivatives are of the first degree. You know the order and degree of the equations. Highest derivative is represents the order. Power of the highest derivative represents the degree. If both the dependent variable and its derivatives are of the first degree, suppose y equal to f of x is your function. X is a independent variable, y is a dependent variable. So if degree of the y and the derivatives of y, either it is dy by dx or d square y by dx square or d cube y by dx cube, whatever, the power of those also should be a 1. That is the meaning of the definition. If both dependent variable and those derivatives should have a first degree, power of dy by dx, power of d square y by dx square, and the power of d cube y by dx cube, means some examples are maybe there like d square y by dx square whole square. This is not come under the linear. If the degree of this derivative is also should be a 1, then it is called a linear differential equation. So I hope the linear differential equation definition is clear. So differential equation is said to be a linear if the dependent variable and its derivatives are of the first degree, means both y and the successive derivatives of the y should also have a first degree. Then it is called a first degree. Then it is called a linear differential equation. So now I am moving to the linear differential equation of the second and higher order. Now I am coming to the definition of linear differential equation of the higher order. So consider a differential equation of the form. Here we are seeing the linear differential equations of second and higher order with the constant coefficients. Means coefficients of the differential operators should be a constant. Coefficient of differential operator should be a constant. So a differential equation of the form, we are seeing linear differential equation of second and higher order. second and higher order with the constant coefficients. With the constant coefficients. So now consider a differential equation which is of the form d raised to ny by dx raised to n plus a1 into d raised to n minus y by dx raised to n minus 1 plus a2 into d raised to n minus 2 into y by dx raised to n minus 2 plus so on an into y equal to some function of x. So a differential equation which is in this form where a1, a2, so on, an are the constants. A2 are the constants. So this equation is called linear differential equation. This equation is called linear differential equation of nth order. Linear differential equation of nth order with the constant coefficients. With the constant coefficients. So you can cross check here. Power of all the successive derivatives is 1 and also the power of y is also 1. So that is a linear. That is the clear idea. And the coefficients of these terms is constant. So that the equation which is in the form d raised to ny by dx raised to n plus a1 into d raised to n minus y by dx raised to n minus 1 plus a2 into d raised to n minus 2 into y by dx raised to n minus 2 so on a and y equal to xi of x. If you take the previous term of this term is plus a n minus 1 into dy by dx. If you take the previous term, if the previous term of this term is a n minus 2 d square y by dx square, like that. Clear? So that equation is called the linear differential equation of the higher order with the constant coefficients. So there is some standard notations we have to use here. Take down the notation of differential operators. Notation of differential operators. So what are the operators we have using here? So here the capital D is used to indicate d by dx only. Here whatever may be the dependent variable, and it may be changes the independent variable also. And d square represent, capital D square represent d square by dx square. D cube represent d cube by dx cube. So on d raised to n represent d raised to n by dx raised to n. These are the standard notations we have used for the linear differential equation. So now using this differential operator in this differential equation, we can write this differential equation now. Now the differential equation can be written. The differential equation can be put in the form. Now the differential equation can be put in the form d raised to n by dx raised to n can be written as d raised to ny plus a1 into d raised to n minus 1 by dx raised to n minus 1 can be written as d raised to n minus 1y plus a2 d raised to n minus 2y so on plus an into y equal to xi of x. Everywhere I am taking the y common outside, then it becomes d raised to n plus an d raised to n minus 1 plus a2 d raised to n minus 2 plus so on plus an of y is equal to xi of x. Now see here, we know the concept that is a function of x. A function of x means every variable is in terms of the x. Is that right? For example, suppose f of x. What is the f of x? F of x means a function which is in terms of the variable x, like a sin x, or else x square plus 2x plus 1, or log x. You can write whatever. F of x means whatever the function, but it is in terms of the variable x. If the function is in terms of the variable x, then we can write it as f of x. Now see here, and we can also write together with some constant also. We can use the constants also there. Now come to here. Left these a1, a2, so on an. See the remainings. D raised to n, d raised to n minus 1, d raised to n minus 2, and so on. Is that the every term having the variable d? Right? Every variable is in terms of a d rather than the constants. Constants will be neglected. That is also neglected in the f of x also. If the every function is in terms of the variable d, then can we write this as a function of d? So we can write it as f of d, because every term is every term is indicated by the d, means every term is having the d. So this can be a function of x. So function of x like that. That means if the function is in terms of the variable x, then it is f of x. Here the function is in terms of the variable d, so we represented it by f of d. Keep the y as it is equal to xi of x. Call this one as equation 1. So f of d of y equal to xi of x is a means it is also the equation of the linear differential equation of the higher order with the constant coefficient. Now I am taking a dividing, so this linear differential equation of the higher order will be divided as now a two part, that is homogeneous and non-homogeneous. So what is the homogeneous linear differential equation of the higher order with the constant coefficients? So homogeneous means if the RHS value of the equation 1 means if xi of x is equal to 0, if xi of x is equal to 0, then this equation can be written as f of d of y equal to xi of x is 0. So f of d of y equal to 0. Then it is called homogeneous equation. Then it is called homogeneous equation. So f of d of y equal to 0 is called a homogeneous equation. So come to the non-homogeneous. Non-homogeneous equation means if the RHS value is not equal to 0. Means if xi of x is not equal to 0, then it becomes f of d of y equal to xi of x. That is called non-homogeneous equation. That is called non-homogeneous equation. That is called non-homogeneous equation. So that is the homogeneous and non-homogeneous equations. So now come to the next part, that is the solution of the homogeneous linear differential equations. Solution of homogeneous linear differential equation. So before coming to the directly the solution, so we need some basic things here. So what are the basic things that we have to be taken? So here I am not taking exactly the higher order. Here I taken a second order. So that second order procedure is applicable to all this third and higher order. All the higher order derivatives will be come under there. So I am going to consider an equation. Consider a equation of the form. Consider equation of the form d square y by dx square plus a1 dy by dx plus a2 y equal to 0, where a1 and a2 are constants. a1 and a2 are constants. If I use the standard notations, it becomes d square plus a1 d plus a2 of y equal to 0, or else we can write it as f of d of y equal to 0, where f of d equal to d square plus a1 d plus a2 equal to f of d. We can also write in this form also. So now, to find the solution of the linear differential equation, there is directly a one property. Clear? There is a property which will give the solution of this homogeneous linear differential equation. But exactly before going to that property, I will take some example here. So using that example, that will be clearly give you the property proof of the property, or you can call the solution of the homogeneous linear differential equation. So here first I write the statement of the property, then you will get the clear idea why I am taking the explanation of this generally. First I will write the property here, then I will explain the remaining fundamental property. So that property will give us the solution of this homogeneous linear differential equation. So what is the property? If y1 and y2 are two linearly, I am calling this one as equation 1. If y1 and y2 are two linearly independent solution, of, call this one as equation 2, independent solution of equation 2, then c1y1 plus c2y2 is also a solution of 2, where c1 and c2 are constants. Where c1 and c2 are arbitrary constants. First you have to understand the meaning of the solution. y1 and y2 are the two linearly independent solutions. So what is this solution exactly? You have already solved the quadratic equations. Take an example like x square plus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. X square plus 2x, take out a minus 3. Minus 3 equal to 0. So if you solve this quadratic equation by the method of the factorization, you will get the x square plus 3x minus x minus 3 equal to 0. and x of x plus 3 minus 1 into x plus 3 equal to 0, and you will get the x plus 3 into x minus 1 equal to 0, and you will get the x equal to 1 comma minus 3. So what is the x equal to 1 comma minus 3 means? These are the solutions of this equation. Means these are the values of x which satisfies this equation, These two values will satisfy this equation. Means if these are the solutions of this equation, means when you put a x equal to 1 this equation, it turns to a 0. Similarly, when you put a x equal to minus 3 in this equation, it is equal to 0. If you make the cross check, take a x equal to minus 3. Minus 3 whole square is 9 plus 2 into minus 3 is minus 6 and minus 3. 9 minus 6 minus 3 is minus 9 equal to 0. Solutions means if you replace these solution in the equation, that should be satisfy this 0. Suppose f of x equal to x square plus 2x minus 3. If x equal to 1 is the solution, if f of x is 0, then f of 1 is also 0. Similarly, f of minus 3 is also 0. So that is the meaning of the solutions. If these are the solutions of the equation, if you replace these values in the equation, then it should satisfy the condition. So that is the meaning of the solutions. So those solutions should be linearly independent solutions. Clear? If the solutions are linearly independent, then those are the solutions. Similarly, what they are saying, if these two are the solutions of your equation 2, then you have to prove that c1y1 plus c2y2 is also a solution of 2. If you prove that, then you will get a solution of the linear differential equation of the homogeneous. So this is our general part that will help us to prove the property. Now I am coming to the proof of the property. They are already saying that y1 and y2 are two linearly independent solutions of 2. Our equation 2 is f of d of y equal to 0. If x equal to 1 comma minus 3 are the solutions, then f of 1 should also 0, f of minus 3 is also 0. Similarly, if f of d of y equal to 0, if y1 and y2 are the solutions of this f of d of y equal to 0, then f of d of y1 is also 0, f of d of y2 is also 0. Clear? That is our general meaning of the solution of the equation. Clear? Now what they told, prove that c1y1 plus c2y2 is also a solution. Means we have to prove if y1 and y2 are the solutions of f of d of y, then f of d of y1 is 0 and f of d of y2 is 0. Now they told, prove that c1y1 plus c2y2 is a solution of f of d of y. Means we have to prove that f of d of c1y1 plus c2y2 is equal to 0. That we have to prove now. So take out the LHS. F of d of c1y1 plus c2y2 equal to, open the bracket, f of d of y1, c1 is constant, keep as it is, plus f of d of c2y2, c2 is constant, f of d of y2, c1 into f of d of y1 is 0, c2 into f of d of y2 is 0, so that is equal to 0. So that we have proved. So that implies c1y1 plus C2y2 equal to C2y2 is a solution of if y1 is a solution of 2, then f of d of y1 is 0. If y2 is a solution of 2, then f of d of y2 is 0. If f of d of c1 y1 plus c2 y2 is 0 means c1 y1 plus c2 y2 is a solution of 2. Since the general solution of a second order differential equation has to contain two arbitrary constants. C1 and C2. And C1 y1 plus two arbitrary constants C1 and C2. C1 y1 plus C2 y2 is the general solution of 2. That we are indicating the general solution as yc equal to C1 y1 plus C2 y2. That we are indicating the general solution of the f of d of y equal to 0 as a yc equal to C1 y1 plus C2 y2. Means f of d of C1 y1 plus C2 y2 is replaced by yc. So f of d of yc equal to 0. So yc is the general solution of an homogeneous equation of the second order, which having the two arbitrary constants. If the equation is of the second order, two arbitrary constants will be obtained. If the equation is of the third order, then it will be obtained a three arbitrary constants. So where yc is also called, here yc is called as, the complementary function. You can also indicate it by CF. And it is the solution of the, solution of the homogeneous differential equation 1. So that solution of the homogeneous differential equation is nothing but is the complementary function. So complementary function is the solution of the homogeneous linear differential equation. So but how to find out the complementary function? So there is a particular procedure to find out the complementary function, so that we see it in the next. So just we have to be remember the solution of the homogeneous differential equation is nothing but the complementary function. The proof of the property is not necessary. Simply we have to be remember only the thing, that is solution of homogeneous differential equation is solution of homogeneous differential equation is equal to complementary function. Clear? So the differential equation is said to be a linear if the dependent variable and its derivatives are of first degree, and then we say that the differential equation of the second higher order will be indicated by d raised to n y by dx raised to n plus a1 d raised to n minus y by dx raised to n minus 1, so on, a and y equal to xi of x. And we use the capital D for the notations of the derivatives here. So capital D equal to d by dx, capital D square equal to d square y by dx square, capital D cube equal to d cube by dx cube. So with these notations we can write it as d raised to n plus a1 into d raised to n minus 1 plus a2 into d raised to n minus 2 so on plus an of y equal to xi of x. We can also write it as f of d of y equal to xi of x. If xi of x is 0 then it is homogeneous. If xi of x is not equal to 0 then it is non-homogeneous. And we have solved, and we have to see the solution of homogeneous linear differential equation. The solution of homogeneous linear differential equation is equal to complementary function. How to find out the complementary function? We see it in the next session.